Hello everyone, my name is Olena and I'm a developer advocate at Aiven. I am actually very new to this role. This is my fourth month, while for the previous 14 years I was working as a software engineer in such companies as Nokia here, AWS, and plenty of others. So, my story might be interesting for those of you who consider a change in career from software development into DevRel. So, in the past, I worked in a mix of front end and back end projects, and this helped me to grow a wide variety of skills, ranging from dealing with CSS magic to managing databases. I've been paying attention to the work of developer evangelists for a long time, but I got determined to become a developer advocate myself just at the start of this year. I mean, assuming you are still watching this in 2021. At that moment, I was working as a software developer in AWS, and just by a lucky coincidence, I met a couple of amazing developer advocates there. This gave me a chance to learn a bit from the behind the scenes, but what I also realized is that I had been doing already some of those activities, admittedly struggling to squeeze them between my daily development tasks, but still. And I so much enjoyed producing pieces of content, helping others, participating in the organization of events. So now, 12 months later, and I'm holding a proud position of a developer advocate myself. I'm so glad I made this move. Now I can combine two things I love: digging into new technologies and helping others. I often pause and reflect on how lucky and happy I am with what I'm doing right now. I mean, not only right now, but in general nowadays. On a more personal note, I am originally from Ukraine, now based in Berlin, but also I lived in Sweden and Spain in the past. I love exploring new places through traveling and learning languages. I'm still working on my Spanish and German, and now I can perfectly express myself with a funny mix of both of them, which I admit is not really practical. What do you feel is the most important part of your job? I believe that the biggest value of our day to day work comes to how we influence the development community. And I see two most important aspects to it. On one side, it is about translating complex concepts of technical knowledge into useful guidance that is easy and interesting to follow. On the other, it is to support and encourage learning and make everyone feel included and connected. I believe that the knowledge sharing is an essential part of the engineering industry. Technologies are progressing so fast, this is beyond one person's grasp, and we almost always build our products upon others' work. And to be successful, we need to rely on open source libraries, tools, and knowledge written by others. And with the speed we move, we need to have accessible and easy to navigate learning resources that can help with using these new tools and technologies. And that's why producing educational content is at the heart of my job. However, at the same time, I believe that no less important is to encourage and inspire those who are at the start of their professional journey. During the past 15, 20 years, I met many people who helped me navigate my career path to be where I am right now. Now that I've seen and done plenty, it is my turn to support others. So, what's the next question? What is something you are struggling with? My biggest challenge is probably managing my time and saying no when needed, even when I really want to say yes. This might be part of my personality, I don't know, but I'm very easily excited about new possibilities, whether it is diving into a new technology or starting using a new to me platform like TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you name it, or learning a new tool, not to mention that I'm happy to volunteer to take up new tasks to help my team since we all have a shared goal and we want to achieve. However, this often means that my daily to do list never sees an end, and I constantly suffer from this so called FOMO since I literally want to be in several places at the same time. And this is neither healthy nor sustainable. Admittedly, I'm lucky that my manager actively helps me to balance the time and regularly reminds us that we need to pace ourselves. It is indeed a marathon and not a sprint, and we are here for a long run. What is also helpful is that the work, at least in my case, is never pushed on my plate, but rather I consciously pull it. So it is in my power to size and portion it. However, with all honesty, I think this is an amazing challenge to have. I doubt I will ever run out of cool things to do, and this is great. Tell us about a time when you were inspired by someone or something in DevRel. Okay, I think this is a difficult question. I started my developer advocate journey because I was inspired by the positive energy, encouragement, and kindness with which DevRel people bring knowledge into community. It is so tricky to find a single example because there are so many. But let me share the most remarkable encounters I had this year. So, at the start of 2021, somewhere on the first days of January, I had a short chat with Chris Howard, and it literally changed how my year ended. This was a first stone in the direction of a very welcoming transition. I was also extremely lucky to learn a lot from Adrian Hornsby, who was my mentor when I worked at AWS. Adrian had a really big influence on how I see developer advocacy now. And I think he combines this deep technical expertise, but at the same time, great listening skills and knowledge of people psychology. He helped me a lot when I was at a crossroad deciding on my next career move, and his advice and outside perspective gave me missing parts of a puzzle, if I can phrase it this way. I also deeply appreciated when he advocated for my interests and helped to find opportunities which I needed at that point of time. And even though I didn't stay in AWS DevRel, I continue following Adrian, Chris, and others to learn from them. Luckily, with our jobs, it's very easy to do. But now that I work as a developer advocate, I can observe, learn, and get inspired from my direct colleagues. For example, I'm so lucky to work with Lorna Mitchell. She is my manager and she holds immense expertise, has eagle eyes, and gives golden advice for written content. My Italian colleague, Francesco Tisiot, he holds deep technical knowledge of databases and inspires me to share the learnings with an open heart, connect to people and bring kindness and care wherever we go. Although we still disagree on putting pineapples on the pizza, but that's a different topic. Yeah, our community manager Anna Vasiliuk is fearless at diving into unknowns of community building and happy to share tons of advice when it comes to all sorts of social media accounts, the knowledge which I probably lack. And I know that I might not get to know all what my colleagues know, but that's fine. The different angles of our expertise and willingness to help each other is what makes our team so strong. What is one challenge you'd like to see in DevRel? Okay, I'll cheat on this question. Because I only recently joined DevRel, I can't say what I would want to change. At this stage, I want to be all ears, listen and learn. I'm a person who has plenty of strong opinions, but I want to observe and understand before I give any feedback. However, I believe that, as in all industries, we need to evolve in order to move forward. We need to regularly reflect on what goes well and what doesn't, and shape our practices and approaches accordingly. DevRel is relatively new field, which means that it is still shaping and it is in our hands to build a strong foundation for years to come. So I think that's my short answer to this question. Thank you so much for watching this video and to Avocados for having me here. Happy to be here and see you all around.